So Hurricane Ian went through. He is now on the east side of Florida. He ended up veering right a lot sooner than I think many of us expected. And so he ended up hitting the Fort Myer area, and while Tampa did see some flooding and stuff, it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be for them. We are 2 counties north of Tampa, so we're up in the Spring Hill, Hernando County area where things went pretty well. I don't know how the coast is, but our particular area, which has quite a bit of, we're quite a bit higher in elevation than some other parts of the state. We had the wind and the rain, but everything looks good. The house looks good, the cars look good. Little Kato behind me here is hanging tight. I'm very excited about that. I know it's a silly thing, especially with people in the situations that they're in this morning, you know, with damage to their houses and some serious flooding. Even though we did a bunch of tree trimming, we still had quite a bit of branches come down. In the backyard, let me show you how those plants fared over there. So we're now in the back here where most of the garden is. I'm not going to leave the doors propped open because a lot of wind. I like to call this berry row. All this looks pretty good. There's one spot which is where the blackberries are that got beat up pretty bad. Let me show you. So here's the blackberry plant, and it looks okay, but it's pretty windblown, and it ended up, when it first came, it was all over here. It's blown out, but I don't see any broken branches, so we're good there. Peachy the peach tree did great. I'm going to show you some video of how it was rocking and rolling and blowing all over the place. But over here in the beds, hey girls, I had some of my sunflowers. This particular sunflower kept flopping back and forth, but you know what, the stem looks pretty solid, so I think I'll just stake that back up and see how it does. A lot of my stakes have like blown over, so I'll have to fix all those. Like right here, had some peppers fall, no big deal. The bamboo stakes are good. The tomatoes are wind blown, and some of them have kind of flopped over, so no big deal. We'll get those back up. Most of the seedlings I planted before the storm, before we realized there was going to be a storm or that it was going to hit directly near us. I had put a bunch of seedlings in, like lettuce and mustard and broccoli and cabbage and cauliflower, and all of those look like they died. I'm guessing I wouldn't think the wind would bother them that much, but it was either the wind or it was all the rain, so I don't even see them, so they poof, disappeared. That's okay, because I do have more in trays. So right now we're going to let the babies out of the shed so that they can get some sunlight, and get the seedlings back out here, at least in the covered patio, so that it can get some indirect sunlight. They've been cooped up for 2 or 3 days now. And this is a prime reason why I tell you guys to always have seeds in trays, since all my seeds either got blown away or washed away or whatever. All of my plantings are gone. So thankfully I have some seeds in trays. I forgot to mention one of the other things that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my little spray bottle here. It's my hydrogen peroxide spray bottle. I've actually been trying this out. One of the viewers mentioned to me that if you did hydrogen peroxide and water sprayed on your plants, that it might help with the powdery mildew. And it seems to be working. After a storm like that, powdery mildew is going to be a serious problem. I'm going to go fill this up. I believe I'm doing 2 tablespoons of water for this container, which is 24 fluid ounces. I started with 1 tablespoon. Now I'm up to 2. I'm going to go spray all those plants because powdery mildew is definitely going to be a problem, and I'm hoping that this might ward some of it off.